Let's talk water changes. These guys are due for a water change. I do one every week, maybe every week and a half. This is a 120 gallon tank. It's obviously fish and coral. I do about 25-30 gallon water change every week to a week and a half. Now, my tank is sitting about 15-20 feet from the restroom, and to make this super easy, I have an ATO in here. That's just a JBJ ATO. I've got that in there. I'm gonna walk on in here. This is my ATO bucket. It is a 32 gallon brute trash can. It's currently filled with RO, and all I do is I mix the salt in with the RO water in my ATO bucket. Once that's done, we will siphon out directly into the nice, lovely, clean toilet. Okay, I have added a couple power heads in here just to give it some movement. I'm going to get some salt. I know from experience approximately how much it takes. And we will test to make sure we get it right. So what I'll do is I'll give that about a half hour, and then we'll come in and test it and see where we are at in salinity, and adjust slightly. Add a little more salt. I always mix it on the light end at first because it's easier to add salt than it is to take away. Okay, I just tested salinity. I've got it where I want it. It's all well mixed. You can see the water's nice and clear now. It's been a half hour, maybe even a little bit less. Temperature's where I want it, everything. As you can see, is I've got a line coming out here. It's like a little pump in here. That's for the ATO line. Remember, this is my ATO bucket. All I do is I have a secondary line that I keep in here, right in this bucket here, that I put right in the tank, and then I'll drain it right into the restroom, and voila, as the water drains out, new water drains in. So here's my line that I'll put in the top. I'll put this right in the tank itself. I've got a little pump on it, and the reason I've got a pump on it is to start the siphon, so I don't have to suck on the hose. That's the only reason. You don't need a pump on it. You can suck on the hose. It's up to you. So I've got that in the tank. Now the other end of the hose is right here. And I just do this with it. Stick it right in the toilet. Don't have to suck on the end to get it started. It's going to drain right away. So I'm going to plug in my little pump. Remember, you can suck on it, get the siphon started. I don't like to suck on it, so I just have this little pump. That's going to get it going. Presto. Like that. Water is being siphoned out or pumped out, whichever you prefer. And it's coming right in to the toilet. You can see that. And as I drain, the float valve on the ATO, got a float valve right here. Once that gets low enough, it's going to automatically pump replacement water into the tank. This makes it super easy. I can just hook it up and away I go. It takes about 15 minutes to do a 25-30 gallon water change, and I don't have to be hanging out here. I don't have to lug buckets. I don't have to do any of that. So here we go. The ATO is now pumping water into the sump. This is water coming directly out of the ATO bucket. Float valve will control how much it pumps in, and just like that, it's turned off. And it'll turn back on in a second here as it siphons out more water out of here. There it comes on again. It just continues on this process. Given the size of the drain I've got, it takes about 10-15 minutes. And I'll have this water changed out, hands-free, no buckets, no nothing, easy peasy. And you can watch the ATO sensor, and you see it just kicked on. Now the water's back on again. That's how easy this is. As you can see, our water level's probably about halfway down now. I'm still letting it run. I let it get down to just a couple inches, just to make sure that I don't over remove water out of the tank. And then I'll just siphon a little bit off here and there to get this bucket empty. No need to rinse it out or do anything else. As you can see, I've got no buildup in here. I only run RO, and then I mix salt in here as well. That's it. I don't get any buildup whatsoever. It is perfectly clean. Everything is great. I know you're going to ask what salt I use. That's for another video, but it might look something like that. But it mixes real clean, not a problem. The bucket stays nice and clean too. So we're about 5 minutes into this. I got about 5 minutes more, and we will be done with our water change. And halfway through our water change here, it's still happening. You can see water being pumped in still. Water being siphoned out there. Fish are happy. As you can see, coral, all still completely open. Everybody's happy. The fish, the coral, they don't know what's going on other than just getting some new fresh water. Temperature's the same, salinity's the same. So it's nice because I'm not draining down the tank to so far and then trying to fill it back up. This happens all simultaneously. It's being drained right there. It's being replenished right there. All I have to do is watch the level in my bucket, and when it gets down, I'll be in good shape. But the fish are very happy. One thing you might ask is, my tank is not that close to the bathroom. Yeah, mine's like 20 feet. That's fine. You can still do it. 50 feet, 100 feet. All it takes is longer tubing. That's it. Take it, run it wherever you dispose of your water, inside or out. Run it wherever you want. You can go upstairs, downstairs. If you're going up, you're going to need to use a pump to pump it out, which you probably use anyway. If you're going down, simple siphon it out. Just need a longer tube, that's it.